So, Lou, how you doing? Welcome to the podcast.
Well, hold on. We got to do our thing. 3, 2, 1. There you go. All right. I don't know.
What?
You're good. It's your week. Well, no, it's Hunter's week.
No, it's Joe. No. Joe had the topic.
Joe passed it on to Hunter because he's going to be here for the second one.
No, Joe had the top. Joe, just
all right. I'll
fucking please.
You want me to just do the topic?
We'll talk about it in a second. Lou, how you doing?
Good.
How was your week, Lou?
Things could be better.
We're like 2 minutes in, and it's already fucked.
Well, we gotta take those 2 minutes out. Remember?
Joe, you want a little bit?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little bit.
I'll tell you when.
Yeah,
that's good.
You're not very good with cameras, are you?
There you go.
Me?
Yeah.
What happened?
What do you mean?
What? We're like, all right. So
I'm just saying.
So why was your week? Why could your week be better?
No, I'm good for now.
Just gonna leave it for personal things.
Yeah,
Personal things?
Yeah, I'll probably tell you afterwards.
Alrighty.
Not like it will matter, but
okay.
Anyway.
All right.
How's yours?
It's all right. It's going. I got a new car.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The reason why we missed the Halloween special.
Yep, that's why we missed the Halloween special.
No, it wasn't. I'm so fucking angry about that.
He was gonna break into my apartment. He was gonna do it himself.
I left, and he texts me. I can't do it.
How close were you before?
I was on 34, like by my house.
Oh, so you weren't even close.
No, not really. But the premise of the fact that I left was still there. I shouldn't have left my house. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, I didn't think it would take so long. We were sitting at dinner, and I was like, oh, shit! And I was like, fuck! I was like, you gotta text him.
Yeah, it'd be great if you told me earlier.
Sorry.
Joe, how you doing?
I'm doing good, Devin. Doing good. Glad to be back again.
Yep.
Thank you for
like a reoccurring thing. We just got more people. We're just gonna start adding brain cells to the podcast.
Or the brain cell's gonna be in a bunch of different. It's gonna basically go from 2 halves to 4 quarters, and then so on and so forth. But
it's call on camera now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So how was your week, Joe?
It was good. A lot of really amazing things happening at my job.
Don't copy me.
Everything good?
Yeah, I'm good.
Oh, you probably just drank a little too much of that. But anyways,
it was strong.
All right,
it was good though.
It's
got such a nice aftertaste.
All right, so at work, things be going good.
Things be going good, and things are. My family's coming to visit this weekend, so I'm gonna get to see my aunt and uncle and their dog, which is really cool.
That's cool. That's cool.
I love their dog.
Hunter, how you doing?
So far, so good. Good week this week. So
week's been good so far.
Yeah, getting in the groove of things with the new job. So
weekend's coming.
Yeah, that's right.
Weekend's coming.
Starting it off good right here.
Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. We'll get you fucking turned up. Hopefully you get home, and after that, you'll be good.
Pass out on the front lawn.
There you go. Absolutely. Joe, so you said that you have a topic for us tonight.
That's right. I do have a topic for you guys.
So, Joe, what is the topic you'd like to bring to the table tonight?
All right. So I'm gonna do.
If it's would you rather, someone's getting punched in the mouth.
No, it's not. It's not gonna be that. I'm gonna do a drum roll, please. All right. Tonight's topic: technology. Technology goes crazy. It moves forward, but we unfortunately can't push it backwards.
You know how hard it was for me to set the camera up in the right place?
Of course, absolutely.
It could be vintage technology. You might know about.
Yeah, it
could be a vehicle.
It could literally apply to almost anything. But technology is one of those things that it's just existed. It's continued to progress. It will continue to go forward, and unfortunately, we can't beat it into the ground and push it backwards. But we can very well try to do so by holding on to great things that we have.
I mean, we very well can go backwards.
Yes, go back to the Stone Age.
Drop
the nuclear annihilation.
Drop the nukes and just go back to nothingness.
So go back to fight with sticks and stones.
Yep.
Oh my God, Joe! It's actually kind of funny you brought that up because I was doing the electoral poll working the other day.
Yeah.
And there was a gentleman there who used to work on computers, like that was his job, but he was an older gentleman who's retired now. So he was saying, like, back when I worked on computers, it wasn't like a server closet. It was a fucking warehouse full of computers.
Yeah.
The size of, like, a refrigerator.
Yeah.
And he's like, that was a computer, man. And
it held, like, 500 megabytes.
And he goes, to think, like, my kids now have a laptop that they can walk around with that has more memory than those fucking like ginormous
Yeah. Oh my
refrigerator computers.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's
That's
like,
right.
it blows his mind. And he's
Yeah.
like, every day it's changing. It's never going to stop changing. And then that's it. He goes, I used to work on them. I used to like fix them, this, that, the other thing. I used to come in, used to plug into some kind of like scan thing or whatever. And he used to do whatever, put it on a floppy disk or whatever.
Huh.
And he
Yeah,
goes,
floppy disks,
and he
yeah.
goes, nowadays it's just, you can just throw it away basically and just get another one. It's built so cheaply and it's easy to manufacture and everything. And it's cool. I mean, how fast it fucking evolves.
Yeah, definitely. I mean,
That's-
there is, of course, the difference. Back in the 1980s, I think there was a little bit more. The technology companies were a little bit closer knit together. There was the IBM, who was like the big giant in terms of computers.
True.
And then Apple storms into the room, kicks
Yes.
the door down, and is like, "We're doing things better." And
Yeah.
lo and
F all you.
behold, Steve Jobs flipping the bird everywhere.
Lo and
Apple
behold, our
II
audio jacks
also-
are gone, and we have different fucking chargers.
Yeah.
Every
Oh,
other
yeah.
fucking-
Everything's got to be fucking
Every
its
other
own
fucking
thing.
iteration is
Yeah.
going great.
You gotta,
Apple.
you have to buy everything for the phone. Like you can't just go to a
Oh,
store
yeah,
and get
accessories.
something like that.
They keep changing
So-
the charging ports.
Yeah,
Now it's
exactly.
like,
So
what are
you
we
gotta
on
share
now?
charging
And now it's like a
ports.
USB-C.
USB-C is like, yeah. Yep.
Yeah,
Instead
good.
of USB.
it's going good.
Great.
It's going great.
It's great.
Apple.
Mm.
That is strong.
No, it's not that bad.
Did
Speaking,
you mix
I'm gonna
it?
go get my
Nope.
stuff from the.
We didn't mix
You
it.
didn't mix it?
We didn't mix
No.
anything.
No.
It's just straight.
Straight.
Okay. So you're doing
Yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
So,
Good
yeah.
old Steve Jobs doing good.
Yeah.
Ah,
So,
shoot, for now.
I'm
I-
still
I'm
upset
gonna put it
about
on the
last
bottom,
week.
Shelf.
well,
October.
we'll get
Yeah, we'll get to that.
We'll get to
that.
We'll get to that.
We'll
Fuck
get to
you.
that.
We'll get to
I
that.
prepared stories. Scary stories for Halloween.
Did you?
I did.
Do you just want to do scary stories?
No, we're talking about technology.
We can do that the next episode.
Fuck off.
And we can just put that one first.
Yeah, you could technically. Yeah, you technically could arrange your
Children,
podcast
please.
episodes the way
Why
you
are we
wish.
arguing?
Well, Jamie, shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
You want to do scary stories?
No,
come
No,
on.
it's too late
It's
now.
not too late.
Yeah, it is.
It's never
So I
too
got,
late.
I got a
What's
couple
your
I got a couple
favorite piece of
questions.
technology?
Lou, that
Don't
was gonna be the first
sabotage.
question.
Don't sabotage this
So-
topic.
I asked a genuine question.
It
trying
is
to
a genuine
sabotage.
question. I'd say my favorite piece of technology would probably have to be my cell phone, for the sole reason that you're able to do a lot utilizing your phones.
You damn
we all have
millennial.
smartphones.
True.
But there was a time back in the 2000s. We all grew up in the 2000s.
Yeah.
There was a point
yeah.
in time where we could not even send a text message, or the way to send a text message was so ridiculously stupid and difficult that no one even bothered.
You've got mail.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yep. Pretty much.
I'll never forget this sweet.
And then you're sitting there, boop. Someone picked up the phone. Fuck.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's right, because it
Fuck!
would interrupt the
Yeah,
signal.
dial
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Oh my god.
Fuck. Son of a
Get off
bitch.
the phone.
Get off the phone.
It's real funny. My sister hated that so much. She actually got her own phone line into the room. So now I have her room. So that's where the internet has to be because it's the only like other active phone line we have.
Oh, well then now let me ask you something. Does it have the what is it like the CX cable in the wall, or
Yeah.
does it have the actual internet jack,
Both of them.
like the landline jack?
Yeah.
Do you use- but does it use both or one or
Yeah.
the other? It uses both.
Because
okay,
our talking about technology, our house is a fucking smorgasbord of crap.
please.
It's
I know.
horrible.
I understand what you mean.
Yeah, the fucking we were putting in a light
in
the
the
other
sound.
day, so we were turning off that room when we were trying to find the breaker for that room to turn it off.
Oh no, it's playing.
So what are you doing?
Keep going.
But anyways,
So we turned off the breaker, and I got a bi-level, so on the room's on the first, the top story. So I turned off the breaker for that room. Then the hallway outside of it goes off. All right, that's understandable. The bathroom across the hallway also goes off, and then half of my room goes off. And it's fucking so weird because then my room's on the other
that
floor.
was like something completely.
Gotcha.
So I don't know why so much of stuff is on one breaker.
Yeah, that's a lot on one breaker. It depends what. Oh, no way. Yeah!
Flashback.
You've got mail.
Yes, literally.
Oh
Oh my god, wow, look at the
God.
sound feeds on that. Yeah.
I don't think anyone needed a reminder of what dial-up sounded like.
You might.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: if you've suffered from ear damage from that,
Yeah,
then
if you can
we
still hear us
are-
now.
we're-
Yeah.
I don't know.
Maybe some of our younger viewers have never heard of that before.
Yeah.
Nope, they
Yeah.
don't.
Oh,
know,
yeah.
They don't know what it
Because
was
we
like
were
to
we were
suffer.
on the cusp. We
Yeah.
were on the cusp of
Yeah,
that.
we were on the
Left
edge of
over
that.
from the 90s. So.
Pretty much.
Yeah. It always takes, like, like right when the decade flips over, it's not like a light switch where it's like, oh, running right through into
No.
the next decade. It
Yeah.
takes a couple of years, and then that kind of, like, stays behind into the next decade, like
Yeah.
into the 10s, and then things started changing,
Did you guys ever play the space pinball game on the fucking Microsoft?
Yes.
No.
I played the. No, you never saw that.
No.
There was a-
Microsoft, the fucking computers came out, and they had like the solitaire, and they had this pinball
Right,
game.
right. Yeah, Solitaire, Minesweeper.
Minesweeper.
Minesweeper,
But they fucking,
yeah.
There was this pinball game. It was like fucking like a space setting or some shit. Played the shit out of
I
that.
remember going to high school, not high school, elementary school, and the fucking computers were like
Yes.
this big, but the screen was like that big.
Yeah, the old CRT monitors.
And it was probably as long as
Weren't
this
they, like,
fucking-
colored with the plastic stuff on the back, like blue and
Yeah.
pink and
Well,
green
those,
and shit?
probably-
those were
yeah.
those were the one of the previous like the 2000s models of Mac computers.
Yeah,
I
that's
can't
what I
remember
was
what they
thinking
were
of.
called, but I know
Me
they
neither.
were.
It's in, like, everybody's
Yeah,
memory.
it's-
You
yeah.
somewhere.
remember? You
Remember
remember the ant game?
Oh, that fucking ant colony
Such a
game.
good game. I've been
Played the
playing-
shit out of that too.
Remember Oregon Trail?
Oregon Trail.
Yes.
That even
That was
predates us a little bit. Though.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
goes back. But
That game
game's
was
awesome.
that game was a classic, especially during the sixth grade computer class. That's where
Yeah.
you learn about it, and then you just take it with you. There was one time where I was in the high school library, like after school, just not really doing too much, but there was one of the computers was open. I knew how to get to the folder that had Oregon Trail in it.
Oh, that's
And then
right.
someone
It
at
was
someone I guess at the library, they walked over to me and they're like, "Oh, you're the one that accessed that because we got a call from the middle school that someone at the high school accessed the folder." And I was like, "Yep, I'm doing this right now." And
Yeah.
they obviously they didn't really say anything
Well,
about
no,
it.
it's
They,
not
they
like,
can't say
Hacker.
they can't say shit. It's on the same fucking network. You can't really do anything
Yes.
about it.
Yeah.
But
I remember the fucking librarians being sticklers about people not being able to play games and shit. But I remember playing solitaire because I did kind of enjoy solitaire.
Right.
So I would be in the library playing it, and the librarian would like come around, and she like saw me playing solitaire, and we're like, "Oh, I didn't know kids played that." And she was just like, "Ah, fine." I just laughed. And I was like,
Freak.
"What the fuck's that mean?"
Like, nerd.
Like
all right,
solitaire?
I got a question for you guys.
All right. Would you rather? No, Joe.
No, Devin.
No,
it's not gonna be
Joe.
that. It's not
Okay,
gonna be
those
that.
two topics are like banned now.
That's banned. iPods. Did you ever have one?
I did.
So
It
I
got
had
stolen.
like an
Oh,
eye.
that sucks.
I had a
Out of my house,
I had an
though.
eye
that's
shuffle.
Sorry.
You had an iPod
Nah, it's
Shuffle.
fine.
iPod
I didn't really
iPod
care.
shuffle. Like what? You mean like the original like iPods or like the
Like
shuffles?
any
or-
iPod, iPod Nano, iPod Shuffle, iPod Touch, even, which was basically the precursor to the iPhone itself.
So when I was in middle school, my sister for Christmas was supposed to get an iPod Touch, and I didn't know it was hers.
I
So
don't think anyone can hear you.
hello, hello.
All right, they can hear you now.
Hear me
Devin.
now. All right.
You're
You're
Talk
leaning
loud.
back. You got
So,
with gusto.
So
Power!
yeah. So I took it because I found it in my parents' closet of gifts for the Christmas.
Sure.
So I took it to school. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm getting an iPod Touch, this, that, the other thing. Yeah. So Christmas time was coming around, so I put it back in the box. I taped it shut, and I put it in my stocking.
Oh,
I put it in my
God.
stocking. So I pull it out of the stocking, and my mom goes, "Oh, that was supposed to be your sister's. I didn't know I put it in there." So I was like, "Oh, fuck!" I was like, "God damn it!" So I was like fucking around with this thing. I put a bunch of apps and shit on it.
Shit.
And my sister got it.
Oh
I
no!
was like, "Oh no!" So like,
Immediately went to Pornhub.
I mean, I had all this fucking like these apps and shit.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Yeah, that's my iPod Touch experience. I had an iPod Shuffle. That was pretty cool.
I forgot about
Yeah.
Yeah.
those.
Yes.
Yeah. That was like basically like graduating from an MP3 back then, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was like this. For you people don't know, it was like this big. You know what I mean? This big.
Yeah, tiny.
And it could hold a good bit of songs in it
I
too.
think it was like 150 songs.
Oh, right, the little
Yeah.
square one.
Yes.
That's right.
Yep. And
So-
you just plug your ear jack into
Yeah.
it, and that's all you
I
do.
didn't have much growing up.
No, me neither.
Yeah.
Me neither.
The iPod I had, I found.
I actually.
So technically, I stole it, and then someone stole it from me.
Oh.
It just got passed around.
Damn.
I actually got that shuffle from like the dentist because they were giving it away for new customers. So I got an iPod Shuffle from the dentist.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Nice.
it's cool.
Not a bad
nice.
gift.
Not a bad
It's a good
gift.
perk.
Yeah.
It's good.
So I had an iPod Nano, and there was a one of the Flash games that I was able to download. It was called, I think it was called Phase. It was basically like a Guitar Hero type game for the iPod. So what I did was I basically ported all my songs into the game and was able to basically play it as though they were like charted in Guitar Hero. It was pretty cool. But then for some reason I lost that iPod of all the places in the locker room of the high school. My iPod, I left it somewhere, or it was in the locker, and when I got back, it was gone. And it was one of the worst experiences I can ever remember.
I could imagine.
But then I was able to get a new one, which was was bigger than the Shuffle. It was like maybe slightly larger, it's more square. But it was the newer generation iPod Nano, which actually wasn't that bad. It had a nice little touch screen feature to it. I could clip it to my shorts when I would run on the treadmill.
Okay.
So, I mean, yeah, it was at the sacrifice of a Flash game that I had enjoyed playing on my iPod Nano. I still was able to get an iPod, which was I was at least fortunate enough to be able to get another one, but that still sucked regardless.
You remember Game Boys?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Game Boys.
Yes.
I had. I remember everybody was getting like the flip Game Boy with the light in it.
The Game Boy Advance SP with
Yes,
the
so
backlight.
everybody's like, "Oh yeah, this is like the new thing." So like that was cool. Everybody had that. I couldn't afford it when I was younger, so my parents actually they went through like a bunch of their like crap, and they had one of the original Game Boys, like the see-through one, had no light in it.
Oh shit.
And they're like, "Yeah, you can use this." So everybody has like the flip one with the light, and I'm just sitting there in the sun, like
Yeah.
Just stare into the
just
LED
trying
screen.
to see the screen. That was fucking.
I had
that
Game
was-
Boy Color.
Yeah.
Great.
I didn't have Game Boy, but I had a Nintendo 64 actually. The
Oh,
DS.
the DS.
Yeah. The
Oh
DS.
yeah, I had a.
Yes.
And Joe, was it Joe or somebody else? No, it wasn't you, Joe. It wasn't you that didn't believe me. It was one of our other friends, and
What was
it
better?
had the Game Boy cartridge and the thing.
Oh,
it was like the dual
I had this.
that went
I had
on.
the same.
Oh,
That was
you
the
either or.
That was the
Yeah,
first
that's
generation DS. That was the first
Yes.
DS that I ever got because I would be able to play.
Yeah, that's right. You had one. I
I,
forgot.
I had.
You had a black
I had
one, didn't
one.
you?
Yeah, it was.
What do you
yeah, it
think was better, the Game Boy or the DS?
I would say I'll answer this one first. I think because of the Game Boy's versatility and the different models it had, I think it was definitely revolutionary for its time. But in terms of like going to that next level and being able to introduce some backwards compatibility, the first real instance of that, I would say it was the DS
You think
because
so?
the DS came
you
out
could play both
before the
cartridges.
Wii. And when the GameCube, their discs were not the same as.
GameCube.
But the thing is,
that
the-
was cool.
I had a
missed
friend who
the
had
game.
one of
the
those.
I
fir-
missed the
yeah,
GameCube.
the first backwards compatible system that I could remember was the Nintendo DS because you'd have the first generation one because you'd have the DS games you put in the top and the Game Boy Advance cartridges in the bottom, and that was pretty much your way to do that. However, the Game Boy Advance, fun fact about this one, original Game Boy games from the 90s you could still play on the Advance. So you could have like a 1989 Game Boy copy of Tetris, and you
Damn.
could put that into your Game Boy Advance
Tetris.
and be able to play that normally.
You breaking my shit.
Maybe.
So
I
I had a PSP.
I was about to say the PSP.
Forgot about
I had
Those
that
are
shit. I
cool.
played that in church. Got yelled at.
Yeah, I used to
All the
play.
time.
I used to play Grand Theft Auto in church all the time.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's
Just
so
stomping a
bad.
hooker's
That's
face
bad.
on the
That's so
fucking
bad.
Shooting
ground.
hookers
Oh,
and
that's
shit,
bad.
stealing money in church, and you're just like,
Give me my money, man! She just stomping
The,
her face out.
the worst part is, since you're a kid, you don't understand like how to mute it or lower the
So you
volume.
just fucking
So as soon
play.
as you like pull it out in church, you're trying to be sneaky, and you load it up, and everyone fucking hears it goes, and you're just like, your mom just poof.
Yeah,
Or at least my mom would just go,
that's right.
put it on.
Well, you know that was a big no. We couldn't have stuff like that during then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
PSP
that
was
was like-
pretty cool. What games did you have? Anything good?
Fucking, there was this police game I remember playing. It was fucking, I played the shit out of it, but it was like it was like one of those like third person fucking view things, and you were a police officer, and it was like this whole thing about vehicle combat, and then the dude could get out and like fucking hop cars and like take the fucking people out and just take over the car and shit.
Sounds like GTA.
Kinda sounds like
yeah.
Kind of, but I mean like,
Or it's more like GTA Cops Edition.
yeah, kind of. Like you were a cop, but I
Simpsons
don't.
Hit and Run? Had
Yeah.
that.
Oh my god.
Simpsons, no, it wasn't Hit and Run. What was the other one? It was like the racing one. They had some game, it was a racing game.
I know there was.
You know what I'm talking
I
about?
know,
I don't know what you're
there was
talking about.
I know there was a taxi game called Crazy Taxi for the GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
which
Crazy
was-
Taxi
which
was fun.
Which was really fun.
It's fair,
The
so
arcade
not
version
blocking
of
the
that's
light
always
for them.
fun.
Yeah.
You're killing my mojo, Joe! Fuck! Alright,
JoJo,
yeah, I'm trying to think of the name of that.
Google it.
Google it.
Yep.
Where's Jamie when you need him?
Where's our food?
It's coming. Ooh, oh wait, I'm already on Google.
Yeah.
Now would probably be a good time to
There you
mention
go.
that the
The road rage one?
Yes! Yes,
Simpsons Road Rage.
Simpsons Road Rage. Yes.
Oh, speaking of road rage, fucking, what was that one game that was? Did you play the one where you were like a biker, and you could like fucking, it was like a race, and you could like hit people and shit on the sides?
What?
Like, you didn't play that? It was just like the violent one here.
I played a,
Hold on, I'll
it
look
was
that
on
up.
PSP.
I think it was PSP or one of the other ones.
I played Final Fantasy. I got really big into Final Fantasy on PSP. That was pretty
Okay.
good.
Nice.
Then there was like some other like
There's a lot with that game.
It wasn't
Final
road rage.
Fantasy.
I don't know about back then.
Huh?
But like nowadays.
I-
it's-
Road Rash?
I had
That's
the
what I was-
one,
Okay.
but there was like I don't know how many before it. I mean,
There's so many.
I know
I'm
there's
not,
so many.
I'm not
It's-
really into it like my friend is, and he's
Yes,
trying
it
to push
was.
me.
My uncle's
Road
big
Rash.
into it, and
I thought
Yeah.
I thought that's
He-
what it was
he
in my
got me the
head, but I
game.
wasn't sure.
but like I never
It was
really got
funny.
like really into
Road
it.
Rash
Yeah,
also made this
it's a lot of like a lot of fantasy stuff. you
Yeah,
know?
apparently it's like crazy.
It is, and I said I was going to get into it for years, and then basically he started getting me into it like the past 6-7 months, and I was like, this is pretty cool. Like, you know, I never thought it was. You know, I'm used
Somebody
to like
work
going
with?
in there shooting things. You know, one of my PlayStation friends, and I was just like, wow, like this massive open world, and you can do all this like cool
I
stuff.
think the guy I played as, his name was Storm, and he had this
Oh,
big
yeah,
sword.
yeah, that might have been 7. I
What?
don't really know that well.
Maybe.
either.
I mean,
Are
I
you
don't know.
talking about the fucking thick
Final
square
Fantasy
one?
series.
What it was
yeah.
like rectangular. It had like the
And towards the
Yes.
end, it was, it's Cloud.
cloud,
Yeah.
something like
Cloud.
that. I knew it was something
Cloud.
like that. Do you know what Final Fantasy that was?
7.
There's so many. man.
They're
There's so
fucking
many.
up to like fucking 20
16.
of them.
I know there gotta be like
17.
20 something.
Well,
Yeah.
the main numbers are up to like fucking 17 and shit, but
It
then
is.
they
It's like
have, they
open
have
world and everything though. Yeah.
It depends on which one you're talking about. The
Where-
earlier
I'm
ones
looking
are
at 14.
yeah,
14
what's
is
that?
like one of the more common
It was
ones.
Final Fantasy
Yeah.
VII.
Final
just-
Fantasy 7.
yeah, Final Fantasy
Oh,
7.
there you go.
That was,
That's-
it was a good game.
Final Fantasy VII is
That's what
widely
this
regarded
character
as
is.
one of the
It's dressed up as
one of the
that,
most
and I didn't
popular ones. Like the
understand
majority
until-
of the sound effects, the victory fanfare from that is widely used in a lot of memes.
Yeah.
And
I never got into Final Fantasy, but I know a
Is that
bit
the one
about
that had
it.
its own economy, or was that WoW? You remember they were trying to do like economical studies,
Yeah, it definitely does have its own kind of thing going on with it.
and they were like testing it on like they were testing it on in like games, like MMO games or whatever, RPG games. And I forget which one it was, but they like crashed an economy like virtually, and the people in the game like kept it going somehow. I
Oh,
forget.
shit.
There was an actual like physical.
That might have
tech.
been like Eve. One of the space games, the space exploration games. Fucking, it was either Eve Online or.
We always end up at games too.
I know.
Was it?
Well, I mean, I know, but
Nerd.
fucking, yeah, fuck you. But one of those space games, it had a conversion rate for actual money from the in-game shit. But there was a fucking this thing went on where because it was all about like fighting in space and shit. So some of the big clans and whatnot would build the giant spaceships, and then you could sell it to people, and it would be converted into real money. So through some sort of giant galactic war that got fucking started, it actually crashed the economy because so much shit got destroyed.
You know what? I'll have to ask him. I bet you. I bet you he knows. I
Yeah.
bet you he knows. He's like super into it. Like he's been doing it since the beginning. I think.
Final
Yeah.
Fantasy?
Yeah.
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 There's definitely some people who've gone through like every single Final
Is that the one with the
Fantasy.
Mickey Mouse characters and everything?
No, that's
called
a-
Kingdom Hearts.
Yeah, Kingdom
Oh,
Hearts.
okay.
There you go.
Same concept though. Same.
Kingdom Hearts is a series that has had so much hype surrounding it, especially considering that they released several different versions of the first
really
two
good. You gotta try
games
this when you get a
before the third game even came out, and there was just so much hype surrounding the third game that lasted for like 10 to 15 years.
This goddamn bullet fucking like falls over and swishes the fucking shit onto my face.
Go ahead, Joe.
But one thing that I remember distinctly when I was I think I was in elementary school.
Afghanistan. Oh.
Not
Iraq.
not that. Well, both those things happened while we were growing up. But anyways, the Super
there. No.
So the progression of a lot of game systems, you find that they went from Nintendo systems specifically. They went from cartridges, then they made discs, and now they're back to technically cartridges. So-
I appreciate that the PlayStation went numerically.
That's a topic
Yeah.
or subject I'd like to. Yes.
PlayStation went from the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, fucking Xbox, 5, Xbox was Xbox 360, Xbox One.
Yeah, I don't know.
I know,
What
it's
the fuck.
over
And
there.
then why?
Yeah,
Why?
I don't know. And
Why?
then the Wii was like the Wii U.
It had
Yeah.
to be different.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I will say with the PlayStation 5, like I mean, it was like so expensive when it got released first a couple of
Yeah,
years
people
ago.
were scalping the shit out of it.
$1,200 for
Yeah.
the controller and the console.
Well,
And then-
when you have a product that's in such high demand,
Yeah, but
Ah.
for what?
For what exactly? I'm like, why am I going? And then of course
Industry
I had
hype.
friends that went right
That's all
out there
it
and
was.
spent that amount
Yeah.
of money. Now my buddy waited until this week. I think it was this week or last week that the Slim was just released, and you could get it with the disc drive or without the disc drive because you had digital. But I still buy the hard copies because God forbid they ever pull the licensing, you're screwed.
Yeah.
You're screwed.
Yep.
Then you got to
And
buy
al-
it again.
and
I don't
also
know
if-
if you knew that or not, but that's true.
and if you decided, let's say, to sell your system and sell
Right.
your games, when you sell the
Yep.
system with the digital games, you don't get your return on your
Diddly
investment.
squat. It's gone.
It's pretty much you
Yep.
only buy for the game itself. But if you bought the physical game itself, you can
We're
make
talking
money off it.
economics here,
God,
boys.
yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Speaking about that, did
Technology.
You,
No, hold on a minute, hold
well,
on.
no. This talks about technology. Were any of you part of the video game era where some of the games had multiple discs?
Yes. The download information was on one, and the playability was on the second.
No,
one.
I mean the entire game is on multiple discs.
I've never.
No, you got me on that.
There, my favorite is Star Ocean. Star Ocean: The Last Hope.
Well, like, wait a
Came-
minute. On what system?
Xbox.
Okay.
It came on 3 discs.
3?
Uh-huh.
3 discs.
And Final Fantasy did that too in a few games. As you would play the game, you would insert disc 1, you would play through the game. At a certain point, it would pause, and it would tell you to insert disc 2. So you'd have to eject the first one, and then put in the second one, and you continue playing the game. And you reach a third
Would it be
point.
able to save memory throughout each one, or would you have to have like a separate memory?
No, it saves memory. It's the same story.
Ah.
Like the whole system doesn't even turn off. Like once it
That's
gets to
gotta
that
be the end
point,
of
it
Endgame.
kind of just pauses, and you open up the disk drive, and the game and the console's still on.
I think
Here's
the only
Steve
time I've
Rogers
ever
with
experienced
Peggy
that ever, Titanic.
Yeah,
That
two,
was
Oh, yeah, that's
VHS.
right.
two VHS
That was
tapes. That's technology.
VHS's.
That's
VHS's
technology.
there.
Yes, it is.
And then, do you remember? I mean, I don't know if you guys ever did this.
Hold on real quick. Go see if she needs help.
Okay. I don't know if you guys ever did this. Stick a pencil in there and rewind it.
Yeah, you gotta rewind it
You ever done
after
that?
when you're done watching. Yeah.
Okay. Or did you Were you blessed enough to have a rewinder? You actually put it in, it goes.
Nah. I sat there.
You
I
actually sit there?
What was it called? It was
Well,
that.
you could have there's a VCR that you technically have a feature to rewind it in.
That
the
was
VCR.
later
That's-
on.
Yeah,
that was
that was
later
later
on.
on.
It didn't come like that at
Yeah.
first.
No, I used to watch. I think it was like the Rugrats or some shit. Like the original, not the cartoon version. There was this black and white version of it, and it was about the kids and shit. But I watched the absolute fuck out of it. Fucking.
I don't know who's this.
But it had so many different VHS tapes. I would always sit there and like play them
Plates, everybody.
and fucking eject it. And while the other one's like starting up, I'd have to like rewind
Thanks, Jamie.
the one I just watched.
Not my name.
But I watched the absolute shit out of them. Why do we have plates?
So anyway,
In case we need them.
yeah, the VHSs, and then I remember when DVDs started to come out. Is that the other thing? VHSs like kind of fell by the wayside for obvious reasons.
Don't know
And
who's
then,
this what.
I think
That's
Who's
I
who's.
think that's a regular one. Or
Jesus.
well, it's a smaller one.
Fucking up my
Shake.
train of thought.
You'll get over it.
Jamie!
That was my milkshake.
Alright.
Johnny!
Alright.
Are there chocolate chips in that one?
Hunter!
Yes.
Oh, did you get one with chocolate chips?
Yeah, I got one with chocolate chips in it.
Did you get a small?
I got a regular.
I got a large.
That must be a large. Well, this one must be regular then.
Open it up. It would have been real funny if this was your. Well, no,
Hunter, what
that
size
could have
milkshake-
been mine because
what
yeah, I
size-
got a
what size
large.
got a root
milkshake
beer.
did you
That
get?
might be the large.
But I don't think that's a
I got a
large.
root beer, but they can have it over there.
Yeah,
so
you got a
we're
root
good.
beer. You didn't get a
But I
shake.
got this.
Oh yes.
There you go. So, alright, we're all good now?
We're all good.
Alright, so,
Yep, this is mine. We're good.
Yeah,
Oh my god.
he's just bringing us all of our food.
Pretty much, yeah.
Are you complaining?
I'm not.
I got a large fry.
They're all the fucking same.
Are they? That's not,
Not all.
fair.
No. Two are large, one is not.
Ah, my large.
Hunter.
Thanks.
I think
My large
this.
fat ass.
I think this one is.
Here you go. I'll
Yeah,
trade
it don't
you.
matter.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, you take this one.
We're all gonna like trade fries anyway. Doesn't matter. Just get out of my way.
It's all fries.
Oh, we gotta measure it.
It's still fries though.
Oh,
But I want my fries.
Like the shoestring fries.
So we're
Yeah.
still live, by the way.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, this is pretty par for the course.
All right. So, VHS. Did you ever have to rewind it like manually with like a pencil or?
The only other thing I had, I didn't do it with a pencil with the VHS.
This
But
bad boy's thick.
we had like an automatic rewinder that was like battery
Yes.
operated.
Yep.
You could punch it in there and it would go faster than the VCR.
My
So that was cool.
my parents used to hate when I did that because I don't know what the fuck I did, but one time I did it.
Okay.
It was probably the tape itself.
Yeah, it was like
It all just shot out, and I was just like, ah!
I was gonna say what happened. It all just fucking
Yes!
shot out. Yeah.
we had that happen
It was the
more
worst.
to more to the actual cassette tapes.
I don't know who's
Than
this what. I
anything
didn't
else.
open them. So.
I got.
I'll inspect. and see
Thanks,
which
Joe.
one.
Please don't
Joe.
touch it.
This is a onions. This looks like the triple,
Oh, you know.
Triple!
and this one is.
It's a mystery.
This one's got pickles and onions and.
What, chicken and shit?
Is it chicken? Might be me.
Oh, mine only comes with onions. I didn't know that.
Thank you.
I
this
should have.
one
I
is-
should have
this
put a bunch of
one's
shit
mine.
on there.
It's got It's got barbecue sauce and bacon.
No. Who's got chicken?
Hunter got chicken, right?
Hunter, you
Yeah,
got
oh
chicken?
yeah, this is a hamburger.
Oh,
You're
sure, it's
right.
mine. It's mine.
Thank
Well,
you.
what
thank
kind
you.
of hamburger is that?
Hamburger kind.
Your hamburger kind? What did you get
just
on it?
one kind.
Mine's like a California.
Okay.
Nice.
Mine just has onion.
Awesome.
Is that how the fucking triple comes?
Yep, I got
Yes,
mine
sir.
custom.
I should. I should.
This is a triple.
Yeah. Is it? Oh, good.
Just got three. Alrighty, everybody, we're
Alright,
good?
our food.
Hang on.
We're good.
There's still barbecue. I don't know if anyone wants.
What?
There's barbecue sauce and
Oh.
there's honey mustard if anyone wants. So I got tenders.
Thank you.
Oh,
Well,
There it goes.
well, at least it's
All
Damn
right,
sealed.
there you go. I'm gonna leave you with that.
damn it. Thanks, Jamie.
Stop calling me that.
What's your name, Jamie?
No, it's not.
Alrighty, VHS tapes.
Well, speaking
Yes.
about the advancement of technology, how many games do you guys have on your phones now that I got
Oh my
notifications for
god,
one of my
none.
games?
I have like none.
No,
I don't
I know
really-
you're not a gamer.
I don't play games on my phone.
I only have a select few, and it's mostly from when I'm in the airport and I got nothing to do.
You go to the airport a lot, huh? Fucking businessman, huh?
Mr. Fucking Worldwide
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, no joke, no joke.
It's gonna be Hunter soon.
Possibly. Like
You
no
gonna send
joke.
you places?
Yes, like Joe. It's actually the more that I, realize it, we do similar things, and I never would have thought I'd be doing stuff like that.
Sure.
My buddy just went to, who got me the job. You guys know who he is too, but I won't mention names because we're on the podcast.
Yep.
He just went to Texas, at the company,
Wow.
business trip for a
Nice.
training session for
That's
stuff
cool.
that we sell, so it's cool. Yeah, you can do things like that.
I bet you're looking forward for that.
Yeah, that would be neat. That
I
would
wish
be
we
neat.
could do business trips
Explore
We
a bunch
will
of
with the
different
podcast
places.
one.
one day.
One day there'll be a place.
Oh yeah, so let me say about the PlayStation, right? You were asking how many games. Like, I have a lot on hard copy, and I hardly get rid of them. I kind of like collect them almost at that point.
Yeah.
And then my other thing is with the PlayStation 5, I must say I don't like how it's white right now. It's been black for how long? Since the PS2 or PS1 was different. That came in
PS1 was
gray.
like a grayish.
Yep. But the 5, all of a sudden they switched it up, and I'm like, why does it look like an Xbox? It definitely shouldn't,
I think it's cheaper to manufacture.
Probably.
probably, because you don't
Well,
have to take
well,
the...
now that
The
that
ink-
new
the
Xbox
ink
looks like a
printed
little,
back
little
of
mini fridge.
But then again, plastic's made from oil, which is black, so I don't know. Maybe you'd have to bleach it almost.
Tires used to be white. Did you know
That's
that?
true, when the sun and stuff hits it, though, right? But you mean when they started?
Look that up.
I did not know that.
Rubber used to be white. And then
Is it
black.
because the processing it goes through, so it just turns it white?
So anyway,
Oh, we're not
Good
typical
saying.
engineers.
Yeah, this is good.
refrigerators. Used to be able to use them as bomb shelters. Now, not so much.
No.
Now you can play music with them.
You ever
You ever
see
see
the fourth Indiana Jones movie?
Where he hides in
Kingdom
the
of the
bridge?
Crystal Skull. It's playing Howdy Doody time as a freaking nuke's about to
It's
come
such a
down.
good movie. It's such a good
Or
movie.
excuse me, Atomic Bomb in those days. It was a good movie, very underrated.
Did you see the one that came out recently, the nuclear movie? forget
I
the name.
have not seen it.
I
yet.
saw the new movie.
Oh, you mean Oppenheimer?
Yes,
No,
Oh.
I have not, and I,
have
want
not
to.
seen it.
definitely
I wanna
want
see
to.
it.
I want to see Oppenheimer too.
movie. You ever seen it?
No, I thought you were talking about the new Indiana Jones movie.
Oh no.
But yes, that too I want to see.
I saw
Oppenheimer,
that.
Good movie. Good movie. All right, now what about
This
how
milkshake is fucking thick.
what about how atomic bomb? Not atomic bomb. What about how technology is a downfall for humanity? We're gonna talk about that, or are we just gonna talk about all the good shit like video games?
So, yeah, when you have
Nuclear
things like,
bombs were a mistake.
when you have
They got rid of good old fighting eye to eye.
AI has the ability to change a lot of things about how we see
It's gonna end
the
up.
world. It could potentially. Who
Not
knows?
really. It's too stupid.
For now,
For now, until it adapts and becomes self-aware.
Well, that brings in the problem of can it learn? Because
Yeah.
the whole thing about AI.
all right, Mr. Fucking Technology with a stain on your shirt.
Yeah, I know. That's
Tell
from your
me.
fucking bullet splashing the
Tell
alcohol
me.
on me. So, part of my major in college was computer science.
Yeah.
So I got fucking thick ass textbooks I had to go through. Programming is horrible. But the problem with computers and the whole thing with AI is generally just the way computers actually are. They're stupid. The way it's
It's just ones and zeros. That's it.
you boil it down, you go back to a binary and it's ones and zeros. And things have to be told to the computer. So the whole problem with AI is it would have to actually think for itself. So it would have to
True.
come up with reason and adapt, but it can't because the way computers work, along with AIs, it has to be told what to do.
So
Even-
you
so even
don't
AI.
think?
Not like Ultron.
Yeah.
So you don't think it's capable of looking through the web and becoming smarter than us and just starting to think what you know?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
You really don't think so?
No.
What about 100 years from now?
I still
That's a
don't
different
think so.
story.
We'll never
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
We'll
But
all be dead.
unless the way computers actually work changes, no. Because, like I
Think of it
said,
as like a car switch. It's either on or it's off.
yeah,
True. True.
So I mean, like that's a computer basically. But like,
yeah.
I don't know. I
Because-
feel like
'Cause-
they write for us now.
yeah, it can do that stuff, and the stuff on the surface, the stuff it does looks really impressive. You know, it writes, it generates images and shit like that. But that's a learned process. Obviously, in the beginning, it couldn't do any of that. So, the way it does, like, the deep fakes or stuff like that, you have to manually feed it images constantly for it to actually improve. The same thing with the AI-generated images. It's only gotten so much good because it had to be fed images in the first place. So it takes things from that database to put into the image.
So you don't think eventually it'll just be able to look everything up on its own and just...
No, because it being able to do something on its own would imply it has a different thought process.
I get what you're saying.
Other than what it's being told to
I
do.
get what you're saying. So
Yeah.
I know what you're saying. So like, cause you do have to tell a computer, do this. I have to physically type into Google to look something up.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's a very good question. Deep thoughts.
That
Deep
is a
thoughts.
deep thought. I think that was
Man,
probably the most
that's
interesting
deep.
part of the conversation right there.
Yeah.
Deep thoughts.
There's-
Heavy thoughts.
I'm not afraid of AI necessarily, but like I think it can like ruin a lot of people's jobs, and
Well, it definitely can.
That's true.
I think it'll definitely take away from a
Look
lot
at
of
I mean, automation can as well.
Look at General Motors on the assembly line, for instance. There used to be all the line workers and stuff doing all the welding. Now it's like a machine that comes down to spot welding, and like 10-20% is actually like people doing it.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yep.
But that's not like even the computer part. That's just like the mechanical object that's sitting there to do it. Mm-hmm. If you can teach a computer to like think on its own,
Yeah. Runs by itself. But then again,
if it doesn't need us anymore,
on a
that we're
corporate
gonna be
level, what good are you? Then why are you here if the computer can do
There was
everything?
actually a company. That's cool. You said that.
Mm-hmm.
There's actually a company. I don't remember the name of the company off the top of my head.
Mm-hmm.
They elected the first AI CEO.
What? I feel like that's like Chinese or Japanese or something.
They elected the first
It feels like
AI
something like that.
CEO.
Yeah.
And now that I think about it, like you said, AI is only there. It watches and mimics, what's it called? Patterns.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's all it's there to do. It just watches patterns and then follows
And it does the pattern it
a
knows.
specific. Yes.
Yeah.
So that's
I mean, the other problem is what it's also learning. Quite a few AIs and robots have been shut down because it would go on the internet and learn certain statistics about certain groups of people, and it sort of started to not like those groups of people.
So then it
So the
automatically
people
will-
immediately went, "Oh fuck, we gotta turn this off.
we gotta shut this down.
We gotta shut this off."
It knows too much.
They were like, "Oh no,
it's adapting.
yeah."
Thinking that it's not the liberal way.
They were like, "Oh no, it's
Oh,
it's
no.
learning from Louisiana."
Yes, and then it turns into Ultron and tries to destroy all of humanity.
Maybe not all of humanity, but maybe those certain demographics.
Oh, gee.
all right.
Just say,
So to bring it
I'm
back,
not
Bring it
naming,
down a little bit.
I'm not naming who or what.
so to bring it back,
Take
to,
your white cap off.
No, I'm just saying.
So to bring it back,
I didn't do
to
it. The AI did.
But anyways, the computers, not just with computers, websites. You notice how over the course of the last 5 to 10 years, all websites have been adapting because of the fact that the computer screen, all computer screens have gone from a 4:3 to 16:9 aspect ratio. So as a result, modern websites that are developed are built so that way they're not just necessarily viewable on a 16:9, because that was like the first thing that had to be done. They're being optimized for mobile phones and tablets as well. So whenever a web developer is going to be doing a new project,
Oh yeah,
They
you're
have to
like
think
in the
about-
you're in the
yeah.
marketplace for that.
yeah.
Same.
So we have clients that they ask us to build them a new website, and upon doing that project, our developer has to build roughly 3 different versions of the same exact website because of the fact that there are several platforms that are different.
Wait a minute.
Like, So it's the same exact. So it's a mobile version. So
Okay.
when you view on your phone, because
Take
it
a
would
step
have-
back for a second. Hunter, you guys build websites?
Similar, no. We sell things that are implemented by his website.
Oh.
So
It has to be-
like the hardware version.
Yeah. It has to be programmed differently as well.
Yeah, there's different sets of coding. There's different optimization procedures, especially
Yeah.
when it comes
Because
to.
it's still HTML. So,
Realistically, yes, but there's newer technology that's out there. There's different page builders, website softwares, companies like WordPress.
I know, but I
which-
mean the
but
general code is still
co-
HTML.
The general
Let
code
me
is
ask
still
you
there. It's just
something.
become a little bit more design element. More
Let me ask you
Yeah.
something, Joe. Serious question. Honest questions here. So, when I go to my accountant, all right,
Okay.
there's a software that accountant downloads. And all they do is punch in the numbers, and the software does the rest.
Into a TurboTax. Yes. I'm
Basically, TurboTax.
There you go.
So, when I build a website, is it basically the same thing? You have a software, you just input the information, and it builds the website for you?
Technically, yes and no. The reason why I say yes is because there are platforms out there where you can basically use a template and it's just plug and play. However, it's in the eyes of who values the website itself. If you value your brand or business and you want to have a customized website that's specific to you, you technically would want a website that is more you, not necessarily a template. Because I see this all the time. There are companies that go with cookie cutter templated websites because it's the quick way to do it, and it's just they don't value their website the way they should. But a custom built website, you have to do everything from different pages being designed, custom post types. There's a lot of different steps that go into it, and a lot of it has to be designed before even it being implemented into a software like WordPress or Elementor, or even if you were designing it in Wix. Like, what's been widely known, there's been a massive shift in terms of where people have their websites built. WordPress is widely regarded as the #1 place to build a new website. WordPress has been used by billions upon billions of companies across the planet.
I've heard of that, and I've heard of
yes.
QuickBooks.
QuickBooks.
So the difference between WordPress and QuickBooks, WordPress is basically just a website builder. QuickBooks is basically bookkeeping software, so that way like use it for invoicing, accounting purposes,
A lot of landscapers use it.
Okay.
categorizing transactions. There's a lot of good functionality to it, and
What the fuck are you doing?
he's just putting a plate on me, making it
Combined.
combining. But yeah, there's a lot of
still
different types of
got fries in
technology
there.
that
Oh.
exist in terms of business
Like a
that
whole
are,
half a thing of fries.
that are all incredibly good.
Spiced.
So we're almost at the 50-minute mark of the show.
Oh, really?
Wow.
That went
Hold
fast.
Oh, wait a minute. All right. So, Lou,
Well,
almost at the 50-minute mark of the show.
I wanted to talk more about technology.
All right,
Let's
talk
talk
about
more about
technology.
technology because we don't
We
care
got a
about
good
time
flow
limits.
here.
Because
We're
I was
doing
gonna,
great.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
get
bring
going.
up.
Come on.
I was gonna bring up. Do you guys know about Unity? The game.
Assassin's
Yes,
Creed?
I do know.
The game. The game
I do.
development. engine.
Oh,
Yes,
sorry.
I do know about Unity.
You know what's been happening with it? About the creator, what happened?
Did he make the code open source?
No. The CEO, the new elected CEO, is a huge ass fucking douchebag.
Oh,
And he's known in the gaming industry as a douchebag. Because
sounds like a shit pie.
back a few years ago, he was actually a CEO of I don't know if it was some other company or some shit, or it was on the board of something. He put forth an idea that in video games, every time you reload a magazine in like Call of Duty or something, you had to pay.
What?
He put forth that type of idea. It immediately
Say
got
that
shut.
again?
In like something like Call of Duty, every time you had to reload, you had to pay for
I
a new
remember
magazine.
that now. Oh my god, holy smokes.
So
That was going around. I forgot. Wow.
that immediately got shot down because just about every single
Obviously.
person was like,
That's
no.
BS.
So he eventually got relieved of those duties, and then became the CEO of Unity.
Oh, dear
Unity is a game creation engine, just like Unreal and stuff like that. So a little while ago, he put forth a new idea that Unity was going to implement on January 1st, which was that game creators would have to pay up to 20 cents. There's this whole scaling, but up to 20 cents for every download of their game.
Get the fuck out of here.
And they were going to implement that in January. This was something they were going to do. It had immediately got a shit ton of backlash.
Yeah.
Because just about a lot of those game creators were like, that would fucking ruin us. And of course his reaction to it was, well, it's just 20 cents.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
But
what are you doing?
you multiply that by a few thousand users,
Yeah.
that's a lot of money.
Yeah. What are you doing?
Few
You
thousand.
taking my stuff back.
Try more like a few.
Several
I had it.
Hundred
Give me the
thousand,
plate
like
back.
100,000.
I was
Why?
because I was putting this on the plate so it wouldn't stain it.
Stain what?
Like
The
'cause-
mat?
No, it's getting wet all over the dresser. Anyway, so that was something he was gonna do, and then fucking, of course, Unity was still trying to implement it, and they tried to revamp how it was gonna do it, but it was still the same
Thank
thing.
you.
Thanks, Jamie.
And the worst part is, a lot of the information collection was privately into Unity. So the way they were going to collect who downloaded what simply boiled down to just trust us.
Then they're gonna sell the information off.
No,
and get more money.
not that
Oh.
information. What they were going to see, like, if who downloaded what, so they can charge you appropriately for the 20 cents.
Okay. And then
But-
sell your information.
Yeah, probably.
Data,
On top of
data
it.
collection.
No, it's not data collection. It was,
That you know of.
yeah. But no, it was, because it was like, well, people were asking, how do we know what to pay for the 20 cents if so many people download it? Because they can't see that kind of information.
True.
And Unity just went, trust us. You know, it's
Up.
still a burger in there.
Yeah.
I'll give you garbage later. Fuck off. Just taking all of my food.
You're done with that, right?
No, full burger. So that's what they were trying to do, and basically it was, well, how many people downloaded the game? It was like, yeah, trust us, and that a lot
That's
of
not
people.
a good answer.
No.
Yeah, that's bad.
So a lot of people just started quitting Unity and moving to Unreal, and eventually the company that owned Unity was just like, fuck.
Yeah.
So then they got rid of it. He got axed, and then they went back on the whole thing, but that damage was already done, and so many people are like, no.
So,
you
alright,
tried
alright.
it once, you're going to try it again.
Wait a minute.
Yep.
Kind of with that topic. I know it's a little off topic. Lou, you're an author. You know, everybody. Lou, author, over there. Look at this author right here.
Hello.
Distinguished. Any idea what you made off your books? Or how many books you sold, or anything
Pretty low.
along those lines?
I have,
Oh, you can see. That's cool.
Oh, yeah.
I've gotten a few things back from the
Big money.
no, like $24.
24 bucks?
Yeah, from the ebook sales.
That's
The
good, though. What'd you
the
say? It was
99
like 90-something cents a sale?
Yeah, 99 cents.
So 99 cents a sale, 24 bucks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
you
means
sold
like
24
24
bucks.
copies.
That's good.
Really good.
I feel like
Plus
that's good.
whatever you sold in person.
Some of that money has to be taken out for the publishing work and the.
All right, so it's
and
over
Amazon.
$24.
Yeah. Well, no, it
24
is
copies.
$24, but
Probably like 30, 35 copies, perhaps. to
about
account for,
I can look.
Look, he's doing good.
There you go.
Look at you. That's
If
good
the app
though.
loads, the app's a little funky sometimes.
All right, well they don't want to pay you as much, so you know.
Yeah.
I'm still waiting for like Amazon and Barnes and Nobles to send me their shit because I don't know what's taking them so long.
Yeah, they're just never gonna give it to you.
You know, like I said, if this app ever fucking loads, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes it does. But
You might like to talk with one of the guys that I work with. He does fantasy novels and things like that.
He
Yeah.
writes books too.
Yes, and he he does things kind of like Warhammer.
If you don't mind me
Yeah.
asking, how old is the guy?
He's in his 50s, early 60s.
Would he ever like to come on a podcast and talk about it?
Probably. He goes on our mutual friends podcast as well.
Talk to him. See if he'd like to go on.
Okay, yeah, he is. He's a very cool guy. He's very high intelligence. Yeah,
Because I feel
you
like
can tell.
you
Oh,
two
finally.
could talk.
Somebody.
Shut up. Because I feel like you two could talk about like
Well,
writing books.
he's one of those people that like you meet and it's like he's one of our product specialists at work. It's like, you start talking about something like, yeah, I think I need this microchip for my computer. He's like, oh, really? Well, we have the you know, like
knows
whatever type, he knows
everything
everything,
about
like the specs
everything.
about it. He's like, oh yeah, I personally used one of those before, and it's like, holy smokes, man! Like, wow, that was the guy, Joe, I was telling you about the other night with the movie projector.
Oh yeah.
See if he's,
Yes.
I mean, just talk to him about it. See if he'd ever be interested in coming on.
I bet you he would be. He's a cool guy. His name's Steven.
And he writes books and stuff.
He writes books. I think
There you
it's
go.
called.
He could put it out
I
there.
think it's called like Wolfhammer, the first one. Or Wolfbane. Ah, okay.
He can put it out there when he's ready to put it
Yes.
out there.
Wolfhammer. He's not talking about like the fucking Spaceballs from
Spaceballs.
fucking
Spaceballs.
Spaceballs from fucking.
He
Warhammer.
wrote Spaceballs.
I'd have to look.
So,
Alright.
so Devin, one more thing I wanted to cover before we get into the normal wrap up topics.
Yeah.
So, an interesting thing.
Sign
that,
in already. Oh, there we go.
An interesting thing.
Yeah, still haven't
Apps.
gotten anything.
So, apps on your phone, apps on computers. Apps are one of those things that, in the realm of software, there's a lot of checks and balances and things to go through.
Okay.
And when you think about downloading an app on your phone, there's certain fees that, of course, go towards the App Store or Android Market. Previously, now the Google Play Store. So there's a lot of different things that a creator of an app would have to deal with, especially in that regard. You have to go through several different types of paperwork, get approved to list your app, because you can't just make an app. You can't make an app that says "suck my ass 3000" and put it out on the App Store.
Why not?
There's-
You're ruining my creativity, Joe.
Yeah,
I don't have to judge my app like that.
It's not
Well,
2008
it's not
anymore.
2000. Yeah, it's not 2008. There's so many checks and
There was
balances.
stuff
with
like
this.
that, though,
It's
then.
crazy.
Yeah,
My
because
uncle-
of somebody
yeah.
doing that. That's why there's checks and balances.
You're gonna ruin my shit, Joe.
Devin,
Yeah, not
there's
much
another
has
thing.
changed.
My,
It's still the same thing.
so my uncle actually he created an app, and he listed it on the Amazon Market, and he got a percentage off the sales of the app. But Amazon took like a good chunk of whatever
Oh,
the sale was
obviously, yeah.
for a 99. I think for a 99-cent app. Was it
got a
99 cents?
couple
He got around like in the 60s in terms of cents. But I think for a free app, you can actually per 1,000 downloads you get like a couple cents, which I think is ridiculous.
So what I'm hearing is we got to start an app.
Yeah, but hold on. You make the app free, but all the DLC kind of related
Yes,
stuff that
the
goes with it.
microtransactions.
Yeah,
so you
Microtransactions. Yes.
We joked about with Red Dead Redemption and one of the other video games. Actually, Brian started calling them Micah transactions.
Microtransactions.
I'm like, that's accurate. That's accurate. I'm like,
Some
thank
of
you,
those
sir.
transactions, I just wish they would kill me as well.
Brian coming in with this like lowball, like dry humor that makes you think for a minute. It's great. I absolutely fucking love it. We need to have Brian back again. It's
Yeah,
been
we
too
got-
long.
yeah, we
I
gotta
missed
have
him the
him back.
last
He's a
time.
busy man.
I know.
The busy man.
Busy man.
Maybe I'll hit him up this week. See what he's doing.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, definitely.
Want the word?
Are
Word.
we there?
Yeah, we got a minute
Sure.
left, I guess.
Fuck off as if we have like a dedicated time.
Let's throw it in there.
Analogical.
Well, come on, logic.
Okay.
It's non-logic.
No, it's an adjective.
Damn it.
Let's see if Google put it out right.
I know what that means, so I'll give you a chance.
Yeah, why did it say it like that?
The opposite. I don't know if this is going to give it away. The opposite of digital.
No.
No.
Are
Analog.
you thinking about analog?
Yeah, analogical.
No.
No.
No. That's just,
Okay,
that would just be
alright,
analog.
Right. The opposite of digital. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like manual
Yeah.
games. That kind
But
of thing.
it's ontological. Or
Oh, I
yeah.
thought you said analogical.
no.
He lied. He
Oh.
can't speak.
I was going to say in that case, then
that's how
yeah.
it's spelled, but it's ONTOLOGICAL.
Analogical.
Yeah.
Ooh,
But
You
it's
said analogical.
but it's spelled. It's pronounced
different.
analogical.
I see.
I didn't make fucking the English language. Fuck off.
Put it to the computer.
I did.
Like
Ontological.
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 You said analogical.
I guess it's ontological.
Fuck you. You don't even know your own word.
I mean, if you fucking look at it,
You don't even know.
if you look at the way it's
I'm going to
pronounced,
disqualify
it's weird.
myself because now I'm going to look up
Whoa!
analogical.
No, you can't look it up, Hudson.
I tell you what it
You
is.
can't look it up.
I'm looking up analogical.
You
It's a
just want to
different
look
word.
at it.
No, anthological.
No, the other word that I said.
Oh, analog.
Yeah.
Because that's all right. On to
You guys don't know what an analogy is?
no, it's not analogy.
It's not analogy.
Hunter.
Adjective.
Yeah.
So it's a description. Of what?
Can you use the word in a sentence, please?
Please.
Yes. Yes, I was right for analyzing.
Put your milkshake out of your
Yes.
fucking mouth.
I swear
Okay
I
with
did not look
melting.
up what you said.
How to use this in a sentence?
You have to look it up. Shouldn't you know the word?
Oh, it's here.
Shouldn't you know
But-
what you use? What are you doing? Do you even know what it means? Besides your description?
I know what it means. I just don't know how to use it in a sentence.
Well, what the? How does that make any
Not to
sense?
be
Why not just
confused
look
with
up what it-
oncologists.
Yeah, not to, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's a totally different.
I don't know. I got fucking ontological arguments.
That doesn't
An
help.
ontological database.
You can't describe something with
Is
a
it-
fucking word in it.
It's gotta have something to do with science, I would think.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Boom.
does.
That's it. Science.
How about this? Should I tell you it revolves to a field of study?
Field of
There
study.
you go. Of
So it
science.
has to do with the field of study. Of
A certain field of study.
certain field. Logical.
No,
Brain.
no.
A scientific field.
Why don't tell them?
Hold on, that ONT.
Devin, we took three
There are
different.
do
many
with
scientific
Latin.
fields.
Devin,
on,
we
hold
took
on.
three
I
science
should know
courses
this.
in our
should know
years in
this
high
thing,
school.
and-
I never took a science.
You never
Is it
took biology.
in-
No.
Hunter's trying to actually figure it out.
Hunter's turning is.
Logi means the study of logical. Mm-hmm. So we know that much.
God damn, this guy's
So he
smart.
knows, so he knows
Yeah.
it's the study
If
of.
we all put our heads together, we'll be able
All
to
three
figure
of
it
us
out.
took Latin. We kind of have a cheat here.
I didn't take Latin.
He took Spanish.
No, I didn't take anything. I didn't have a language.
Oh, you did?
Nope.
I thought it was
you were
required.
supposed
Never had a language.
oh, that's
Never
right.
had a
You
science.
took
Never had a
Spanish for
math.
like a year because you told me that you walked into your Spanish class the second day.
See,
That was
See?
Brookdale. That was
It
Brookdale.
counts. You still took a language.
They're talking about high school.
That doesn't surprise me. You never
I
had
took
any
Latin in high
classes.
school.
never had to.
Italian in
Bro,
Oh, you're
college.
so stupid.
Well,
then
there you
that's
go.
pretty
Yeah,
close.
I kind of agree with that. Yeah.
I mean, Hunter's like actually working it out.
I'm
by
trying to.
breaking the word
Honestly,
down.
I don't know science.
Well,
No,
Say
but it's
in,
huh?
in,
In?
like in something, like the study of. Hold on.
there's three. I
It's
think
not K,
This
it's
was me.
it's a scientific Hunter.
Is it bodies?
It's a scientific.
Fuck!
Think about it. We took 3 types of science classes in high school. It's one of those 3.
It's in something.
Is it? Do you know what
It's
it
got to
is,
be
Joe?
one of those 3.
It sounds like Joe knows this.
Joe.
It's got to be one of those
Oh,
3.
that's becoming easier now. Is it biology? Something bio.
No, that'd be something.
You're fucking close.
We're going the opposite direction. It might be.
He's struggling. He's struggling.
Our eyes are squinting, thinking about it harder.
Warm.
It's a field
You
of
what?
study. It's a field of science.
Field of science. It's not biology.
Earth?
It's close to
Physics.
biology.
Physics.
No, it has to do with the body.
Earth related.
No,
soil-
Joe's
soil and
closer.
mountain related?
Joe's closer
Earth.
to physics.
Physics.
Uh-huh.
The explosions of bodies.
What the hell?
He
How do you
said
wanna see destruction.
Golly, biology.
Pretty sure that only happens when you shoot an RPG. At once.
Yes.
Too soon. But
Should I
anyways,
say?
Nuclear
I'm
dynamics.
gonna just combine words.
Uh-huh.
It's got to be a certain type of physics.
Well,
There you
go.
Wonder what type of.
What do you mean a type of fit? I'm lost now.
There's
'cause
gotta
I
Now
be
said
that,
science.
now that you know it's physics,
Yes.
Yeah.
now you can just guess which type of physics.
I don't know physics, so fuck.
Shit.
It's
I'm
not-
trying to think
it's not-
what it would be.
It's not thermophysics.
I'm so
Not
happy you guys are
thermophysics.
here because I would have lost.
They're doing everything.
So,
I mean,
I don't know
I would
science.
have just told you what it is by now.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know science.
Wait.
It's just
Facebook-
from like picking up weird things here and there. Is like
Well, that's
honestly,
good.
Yeah.
It's
Well, no,
good.
because it's like the way
Meta-
Hunter broke the
Meta
word
Oculus
down.
Quest.
Yeah.
Because each part of the word has different meanings.
Yeah, absolutely,
Surprisingly,
absolutely. Latin.
Is metaphysics a thing?
Yes.
It is. Yeah.
Is that it? Is that it?
It's metaphysics.
Yes! Joe, high five! Yeah! Fuck!
Oh.
It's the. It's the.
Do you believe in Hagen?
I'm sorry. It's
Hunter,
relating to
let me
the branch
Yes.
of metaphysics dealing
was
with
good,
the nature
Joe.
of being.
You thought I would have guessed that?
No, I don't think you're gonna guess any of the words. It's just fun.
Well, when you mentioned scientific field, that narrowed it down my choices
Yes.
to 3 kinds. It's like you have a 33% chance of getting it, because in high school we studied biology, chemistry, and physics were the 3 required science classes.
I gotta go
Right.
to high school.
No,
No,
side
I
note,
gotta go to
physics.
fucking
I
Brookdale.
hate
again, just to take
Hey.
science class.
I can relate. Physics was the one
That's
subject
why I
that I
took
did
it
terrible
out.
in.
All right,
But ballistic physics is so fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Physics is not.
I say we should start a YouTube
Things
channel on
come up,
ballistic
things come
ballistic
down.
physics.
There you go.
Yeah, let's do that somehow.
Yes, ballistic physics.
Well, we'll get-
Why can't we just
we'll throw
upload it on
Devin and
two
Lou,
guys,
the
one
science
brain cell?
guys.
Two guys, science guys.
Well,
Well, that would be
Hunter, if it's
fun.
ballistic, if it's ballistic physics, then
Guys,
we'll throw
the
balls and hit them with
science
sticks.
guy.
Yes.
I was thinking about shooting
Discuss
shit.
the
but
physics
okay.
of it.
We'll just
I
get
was,
one of
I was
those.
thinking
like-
about just shooting shit, Joe, but okay.
That's exactly what I was. Yes,
That's fine too.
That was my
I
idea.
like that kind of ballistics.
That was my
It's
idea.
fine. We have an open field behind
Yeah,
us.
yeah,
It's
we
fine.
got
Exactly.
someplace, yeah.
Exactly. All right.
All right.
So we're at that
Want
point.
to end it there?
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Good night.
We're gonna have
This
to.
was
figure-
Lou,
It's a beautiful day
Yep.
in the neighborhood.
How you doing? It's a beautiful day.
it was good. What'd you think?
I
You had a
think I
good
can pull
time.
that off.
Yeah.
Great, Devin.
You had a
Really.
good time,
It was
Lou.
great.
I had a good time. I'm still gonna eat
Good.
my burger.
You,
Yes,
Hunter,
great time tonight.
Always
Yep.
a good time when you guys come around. Joe, good
Joe.
time.
Great time.
Good
Thank
time.
you, Devin.
It was good.
Thank you, Lou.
Yep.
Great.
Till next time.
Till next time, everybody.
next
Have a
time.
good night.
Good night.
Yep.
Good night.